Hello, dear colleagues. Nice to meet you again. In this session, I would like to share with you a very effective method that I use in my elementary classroom. It is called sketch notes, and it works wonders when we are reading a story together as a class. This method is particularly effective in elementary classrooms because it caters to visual and interactive learning styles. In practice, it looks like this. Students work in pairs. One student reads the text while the other one illustrates what is happening. Then they switch roles. As a teacher, I make sure that the activity is age-appropriate and that each student gets a chance to both read and illustrate. To get them engaged from the start, I usually ask them to come up with a title for the story that they are going to illustrate. This helps activate their prior knowledge and get them thinking about the story's main idea. Next, I encourage them to think of keywords that describe the story and to write them down. These keywords will serve as reminders during the illustration phase. To further activate their ideas and get them excited about the story, I ask them to share any illustrations they have in mind. This sparks creativity and sets the stage for an engaging activity. Then I provide each pair with large sheets of paper, markers, and colored pencils. If you have limited resources, you can use digital tools like Google Slides or PowerPoint. If you are using physical materials, I recommend using something tactile and colorful like pipe cleaners, pom-poms, and yarn. These materials add a fun element to the activity and help students remember the concepts they are learning. Now let's dive into the heart of the activity. The first student reads the story while the second one sketches the illustrations. It's important that the reader does not stop to explain or discuss the illustrations. The focus is on reading the story fluently and accurately. After finishing the illustrations, I ask the students to take a close look at their drawings and find similarities between them. This helps them understand that different people can visualize the same story in different ways. I then ask them to share their drawings with a partner, explaining their choices of colors and images. This promotes communication and critical thinking skills. As the students are sharing their work, I ask them to pay attention to the use of language and descriptive details. For example, what did the author say that made you choose these colors? Or which part of the story inspired you to draw this? These questions encourage students to connect their illustrations to the text. Once all the illustrations are displayed, we have a whole class discussion where we talk about how the pictures helped us understand the story better. We also discuss how the drawings might be different from the actual events described in the story, but how they still represent the story's meaning. To end the activity, I ask students to write a short paragraph summarizing the story based on their illustrated sketch notes. This helps them process and internalize the information they have just learned. For students who need additional support, I recommend providing them with a graphic organizer to help structure their thoughts and make the writing process easier. Those who are ready for more enrichment can be challenged with more complex texts and asked to write a longer, more detailed summary. They can also be encouraged to add dialogue to their illustrations or even create a storyboard. Here are some examples of how you can modify this activity depending on the age of your students. With younger students, you can simplify the task by providing them with a story map or a sequence of events to fill in as they read. With older students, you can challenge them to compare and contrast two different versions of the same story, having them illustrate and write about the differences. Overall, the sketch notes method is an excellent way to engage students in active learning, improve their reading comprehension, and enhance their creative thinking skills. Give it a try and watch your students blossom into confident readers and communicators. Thank you for watching, and until next time, happy teaching.